Hello there and welcome to the Glow Up Method. This is the place. This is the space for you to discover who you are, to pursue this path, this journey, this life of your own. The one that makes you proud, one that makes you shine from the inside and out. Glow if you don't say. So hello there, my name is Natasha and I am so lucky and honored to be here with you today. Yes, it is a beautiful day. I am lucky just to be here. I am so fortunate for this. Like, I understand wholeheartedly that I had some major complications last month, and it's been a journey to get back to where I am today. But I'm so grateful for all the lessons I've learned. You know, we were talking a little bit yesterday about how, you know, that there is source, there is, you know, the universe, there's God, whatever you want to call, you know, whatever's bigger and greater than us out there is fine. I'm in full on support. Love to hear your perspectives even, but, whatever it is, there's something bigger than us that knows everything that we don't know. Like, they know everything. We only know what we know, and we only know what we know up until this very moment, and now this moment, and all this moment. Like, we are always learning and growing. And one of the things that I have learned, and I've really worked hard at this one, and let me tell you, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that struggle with this one as well, is I feel like there's this sticker, this post-it note on my sticker on my forehead that was saying, for so long in my life, I want you to like me. That was the priority. I wanted you to like me. I wanted you to love me. I wanted to make sure that no matter what I did, you wouldn't leave me, and that you would show me your care, and I would show you mine, but I wouldn't be alone. And this fear of being alone, this fear of being disliked and unloved, it drove me to crazy places. It made me do things that did not align with me. I can remember being young and being in situations with young men that I felt really uncomfortable, and I didn't want to, but I wanted them to like me. I was so broken. I was so desperate that I either said yes to or said nothing, in essence saying yes to something I didn't want to do with someone I didn't want to do this with. And it doesn't have to always be in a sexual way, just in general. I wanted that love, that appreciation, that acceptance, because I wanted you to like me so much. I, in a sense, began to hate me because I knew I wasn't listening to my voice. I knew I wasn't listening to myself when I got in the car with those boys in Lake Tahoe with my friend, and they were drinking and they were doing drugs, and we spun out and almost hit a light pole. And right there and then, everything could have been gone. My dad was so kind to take us to Lake Tahoe to go skiing, and he allowed me to take a friend. Oftentimes he didn't. And this was how I was going to repay him, and this is how I was going to say thank you. Was I was so desperate for these strangers and this friend of mine to like me, to think I was cool, to think I was worthy of their friendship, that I almost jeopardized it all. And I compromised myself. Like, I knew sitting in the car, I didn't want to be there. I knew I didn't like these boys. I knew I didn't know these boys enough to trust or distrust them. But my spidey senses were like, we shouldn't be doing this. But I did it anyways, because I wanted you to like me. How many things have you done in your life that you're like, why am I doing this? Volunteering for certain things, right? Hello, mom guilt over here. Like, oh yeah, I will volunteer to be the team manager for this team and give you 200 hours of my life, you know, for free. Oh, and I'll pay you as a club to allow my son to participate, and then I'll volunteer endless hours and time and energy. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't have it in me. If I wanted to invest 100 hours into something, damn, I didn't know it at the time, but I needed to be investing that time into me. So I think that sticker, that post-it note that was posted on my head, what I've learned in this journey is it's posted now on my head in a sense that it's in my mirror. It's a post-it note on my mirror. I want you to like me, talking to me, and I want you to like you. Now, if I happen to like you, cherry on top, that's a bonus. And if I don't, also, cherry on top bonus. My rejection of you in that way is a gift. And I know we don't see it that way, right? We don't see the protection powers within a rejection. We feel there's something wrong with us. And just because some people, I mean, right, you go to a restaurant, you listen to people order. Some people are saying no onions. Some people are saying extra onions. Some people are saying no tomatoes. Some people are saying a tomato sandwich. We all have our own different preferences. And that doesn't make me a better patron of the restaurant because I don't like the burger as it comes off the menu with onions. Or you better because you do. I think we get this ability to choose. We are all in different stages, different frequencies within our lives, right? And so what a gift it is to say, this person is not at my frequency right now. Whether it be I'm vibing at a lower frequency or they're vibing at a higher and they're higher, or I'm at a higher one or lower. We're in different stages. Maybe we meet again in a year or 2 years and we're bestie boos. But right now, we're not meant to be. And so the real important thing is that you like you. This goes all into this theme of doing things that make you proud, right? Because if I'm doing things that make me proud, like I go out and water my flowers, oh my gosh, these fuchsias, it was like, they look like a wedding bouquet. And my daisies right now are so big, they're bigger than sunflowers. And that makes me proud. Like, I didn't do that because I'm not Mother Nature. But in a sense, I am their mother. I am nurturing them. I am feeding them. I am getting up when I don't want to get up, and I'm taking care of them, right? I don't have pets. And I have kids who today was my youngest son's last day of school. And here all of a sudden there are all these lasts. I picked up the school calendar because tomorrow he has surgery, so technically it's not supposed to be till next week, but he's having surgery tomorrow, so he will be off the school for the week. But all of a sudden, it's confronting me. He just tried out for his soccer team. He made his soccer team. Thank God, because last year was all the drama with we're on this team and this thing. And it was just like this mama bear was so frustrated and annoyed by the situation. So I'm just grateful that I'm not having to deal with that anyways. But he's made his soccer team. And I'm like, wow, I just had to register my one last kid one last time. And I sent Chris the calendar for the school year, saying when, he starts school back on August the 7th and he's a senior in high school. My one last kid. And this one last time after 20 plus years of putting in that calendar and starting with the oldest one. And then it was like 2 kids in the calendar because sometimes they're in different schools, right? Or they have different schedules according to things. And so then it was 3 kids schedules in and then 4. And then it went down to 3. And then it went to 2 and now it's 1. And with a year's time, there's going to be none. Like, I won't be going to soccer games on Saturday. I won't be going to put in the calendar, his school academic calendar. Life is changing. And if we sit here and do all the things to make everyone else like us, the truth of the matter is we will never succeed at it. We will always fail. The disingenuineness, I don't know what the heck that word is, but kind of go with me. That energy flows through. That desperation, the not truly you, and you attract people who are not truly like you, or you're with people you don't feel comfortable being you. And although you're with people, you feel extremely alienated, and then you miss out on all the marvelous moments. I don't like to have regrets, right? But in hindsight, I would have maybe done things differently. Like sitting here, I realized, yeah, if I had that 100 hours, that would have been great if I had the tool and the knowledge to say I needed help. And there was nobody that could help me but me. I didn't understand that I was worthy, deserving, needed, required. Back again. Oh my gosh, I've got to get these problems fixed out. But anyways, so the whole thing is my self-care was not selfish. It was a necessity. And I just didn't see it then. But I invested in so many others approval. I invested in so many others' dreams. I invested in so many else's comfort that I completely neglected me. So my whole point here today is I really want to drill in and reiterate. You need to like you. And I know that's step one, because girl, I already told you I'm crazy enough to be like, I love me. And I will sometimes need that reminder. And when I'm feeling weak, or if I'm feeling super powerful, I will stick on my playlist that is like, yes, I do love me. And there's nothing damn wrong with it. I was always brought up, like, I remember friends being like, oh my God, that girl is like so in love with herself. F it, dude. She knew something that I didn't. And I took those words that other people said and was like, oh shoot, I'm not supposed to like myself. I already don't. So good thing. Check. Did that. That means people are going to like me because I don't like me. Perfect. No. Love and like you. That's the foundation. You are the core of every relationship. It's so funny, right? And I've been there, done that too with my own relationships. How every time there's something wrong, everybody's like, let's go to couples counseling. Let's go to family therapy. Listen, and you're not working on yourself, and it doesn't have to be in a therapeutic sense. Some people can work on themselves by journaling, music, meditation, pastors, priests, friends. There's many, many different ways to grow. But when we go and we're just having a complain session about somebody else, and we're not learning or growing or raising our hands to say, yeah, I didn't do that right. Like with my daughter, I don't do it right. And it breaks my freaking heart because I don't want to see my child suffer. And I think, okay, I got this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to fix it. Not fix it, but I'm going to change me, because not because she wants me to, but because I don't like the person I am when I am that way. I am not proud of myself to not have the self-control to calmly sit there or get up and move out of the conversation or to hear her better. Like, those are work in processes. This is what I'm saying. We may know all the answers, right? Which we don't. But we may know things. But the application sometimes takes a lot of practice, right? We've got those default settings embedded in us, and we don't want to let them go sometimes. We pick up that toothbrush, right? It takes us to mess up our mind and mess up the system to give us a shifted perspective. Sticking a toothbrush on the left side, using a clicker on the left-hand side, but both my batteries are dead, so I can't use that now. But just shaking things up, doing things different. I have been sleeping downstairs now for 5.5 weeks. I see the world very differently down there, which is part why I'm like, no, Karina, you can have your own room. And yeah, it's not easy to be like, hey, yeah, me and Chris, we are the ones paying, we are the ones working full-time job. Like, we're going to sacrifice, and all you guys are going to benefit from the sacrifice. But on the same turn, there's a lot of gain. Like, I love being able to look out and see my beautiful flowers. I love hearing the fountain. I love the cool air. I'm gonna keep it 100%. This one gets hot as hell. I've already explained this many times. And with one person in here, it's hot. You got 2 people in here. Listen, Chris and I may not make it. We just might not make it. Because I don't know. I could be perimenopause on top of that. So you throw in a couple nights of a hot flash, is game over. And my daughter's thing is like, I might be moving out. As soon as I get a job, I'm gone. And I'm like, that's great, but you're not there right now. And so there's no reason to not make adjustments just because I might have something. So anyways, if I was the person that just wanted to be liked, I would concede to every one of her whims. I would concede to everybody else's things. And because I stand still in my convictions and I know what it is I want, I'm not thrown off kilter, right? Like, my dad was like, how are you and Chris doing? And I'm like, we're doing really good. Like, I'm not going to say it's always roses. And I'm not saying like it hasn't been a challenging few months with me being, out of capacity. So what I'm trying to say here for my third now take here is it's not about what other people think. It's not about what my dad thinks about the relationship, and it's not what others think. It's about what's in my heart and what's in Chris's, obviously, because he's the other person in it. But really, your main focus is on what is it you feel. And that doesn't mean, we only operate in this relationship based on what I feel and I want. No, obviously in relationships, there are compromises, there are concessions, there are repairs, there are, all those things, restorations. But the truth and the root is what aligns with you. If your religious beliefs, make you believe that abstinence is what you want to do until you're married, and then you have a partner that's constantly questioning those or challenging that boundary, that doesn't make you feel good. That doesn't make you feel loved, seen, heard, or what. You know that. And so if you stay in a type of relationship like that, you are conceding so that this person likes you, that their approval, their liking of you means more than you. And that's just not the case. If somebody is like that in your life, it's time for you to understand that there is a bigger picture out there. There is a universe, there's a God, there's a source, goddess, whatever you want to call it out there, that knows more than you know. And okay, fourth time, let's get this through. So at the end of the day, the person you should be most worried about liking you is you. So please start off by doing this today. Go out there, give yourself a big smile, give yourself a compliment. My compliment is I'm still trying to do this even though my camera keeps breaking. And please go out there today, give somebody else a big smile, give them a compliment, and just watch how you grow up. So thank you. Bye.